Good morning. Chewing on a couple of nuts. I can't resist when I'm cooking with nuts. A few do end up in my mouth. So, a couple of things I'm going to make this morning, but one now, one a little bit later. I'm going to make cheesecakes, but this is for Valentine's Day, and I only need to make two because there's only two of us. So, I am doing a little bit of adapting with the recipe. I want to make these red berry cheesecakes in jars. They get steamed in the varoma, and I'm halving the recipe. So we'll see how far this goes. I also am a bit short on some ingredients, so I'm going to wing it and let's see how we go. So I have actually put the butter in there. Got a little bit of butter in there, so I'm halving it. So that's 10 grams there. Then it says 40 grams of digestive biscuits or plain biscuits. Now, I grew up with digestive biscuits in the UK, and I know you can get them here, but they're not gluten-free, or you probably can buy them, but well, let's use nuts instead. So we've got, so I need 20 grams of that and 10 grams of that. So I need, oh, sorry. And then it add nuts anyway. So I need 30 grams altogether of nuts because I'm substituting the, oh, be a bit much, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be fine. Sugar I'm not putting in. Or do you have to eat nuts? I've stopped that a bit early because I can hear it's actually finished doing what it's doing. Here we go. Perfect. Here we go. So I didn't want to add sugar. We don't need sugar in there. And what I'm doing, so you do have to make these in heat-proof glass. I was going to use some of our glasses, but then I remembered I've got these yogurt jars. And you do need lids for them because in the varoma, you get the condensation. You need to be able to put the lid on so that they don't get really wet. So these are perfect. So I'm going to, pardon the spoons here. I'm going to see some of this down, one of these. Okay. And I bought one of these from the mix shop not that long ago, which is for pastry, and it actually fits in here beautifully. Oops, except that you probably need to wet it first, Mandy. Let's do that. Hoping this will then work. Yeah, that's better. So there you go. There's the trick. Wet the thing first. All right, so there's one base there. We get three. We'll have to fight over the third one. Well, unless I just, it's quite a bit. Okay, that can go in that one. My Valentine can have the third one. Just scrape out as much as I can from here. Which makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that it's three because I have halved the recipe, and the recipe is for 6. Okay, let's just do that, see what it says. Divide, yep. Okay, good. No washing required, that was good. So I'm just going to dampen this and finish off these two. I'm really glad I bought this little thing. I haven't used it a heap, but you know, it's times like this where you actually need to be able to get into a jar, and that gets me right down. So just rinse it again. All right, so I've got 3 jars with the bases ready. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky because I don't actually have 150 grams of cream cheese. I've got half a block. I'm just going to cut up. I think it ended up being about 127 or something. Oops, let's tear that. It's got to be more than that. Anyway, so Oh, I weighed it in the packaging, so that's why I'm thinking I'm going to get more out of this than I thought. Anyway, so I'm obviously short a bit of that. I think of anything in particular to substitute with that at the moment. Okay. Now, I don't have double cream. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to, I'm using a bit of yogurt. This was actually a starter and I only made half quantity. So I need 25 grams of this. And what I could do actually is put in a little bit more because we're a little bit short on the, do that. Okay. So I've added a bit more of the, sorry, just checking something here. Just added, yeah, I've added a bit more of the yogurt instead of the cream. I hope this turns out all right. Because I'm short on the cream cheese. Okay, right, focus. Caster sugar. Now, if you didn't have caster sugar, you either need to get some raw sugar and make your caster sugar before you start, or if you've got second bowl, you can do this. I actually have a little bit of caster sugar. So I'm putting my 30 grams in. Remember, I put nothing, no sugar in the base. Just let's do 20 because I always go less on sugar because I think everything's over sugared. Okay, a bit of vanilla. Vanilla extract. This is I made this the other day. Salt. And 1 egg because I'm doing half quantities. Putting the mixing bowl lid on. All right, so let's have a look at this. Here we are. I'm just going to give that a quick little mix around. There we go. And it says to pour the crumb base, pour over the crumb base in the jars. So let's see how we go with this. Oh, let's see. Okay, I've got quite a bit left, so I'm just going to pour a bit more to each one. Okay, there we go. Should clean up those sides a bit. All right, so there we go. Then cover the jars with a heat-resistant film. I've got the little yogurt lids, so I'm pretty happy with those. Cover one. Okay. Place jars in the varoma dish. So they are going to go in here. Clean the mixing bowl, so give that a quick little rinse. Okay. 400 grams of water. So I'm just going to take this to the sink. Will do. And I'm going to pop the lid on. Look at this. Pop the lid on. Pop the varoma up there. It's going to pull this away from my cupboard a bit more. There we go. And that's going to steam those cheesecakes for 22 minutes. Okay. So what we'll do now is just have a quick little look at the recipe so you can see what happens in the end. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Better view than you had before. So we've done the base. Remember, I adapted that. No biscuits, no sugar. The cream cheese, obviously I was short on that, added a bit more yogurt because it didn't have cream. So that's going to go, it says place the water in the mixing bowl, place cover varoma position, steam 22 minutes. Yeah, that's what's happening. Remove the varoma, set aside to cool a little. Meanwhile, discard the steaming water and make the topping. Now this topping, it's actually, you make a little bit of a jam, okay? I'm not going to do that. This is just so off the recipe, but I don't need that sugar. You know, sugar, I guess it has its place and natural sugar's fine and everything else, but we love berries anyway. So I'm just going to actually get some raspberries, maybe some blueberries, and mix them up and pop some of those on top of the finished cheesecake. So once I've got that done, which won't be till tomorrow night, I will post a picture with this. But that's I thought that was a pretty nice little Valentine's dessert. If you actually put Valentine in here, comes up with a few recipes, but they're mainly, you know, cakes. We don't need a whole cake like that. And then the cheesecakes came up there, so that's why I did those. There's raspberry cheesecake that looks all gorgeous as well, but you know, I don't need that many. Those also look nice. So if you just think, if you're looking for ideas, just pop Valentine in, it'll come up with some different things. It's got all sorts. The butterscotch panna cotta looks delicious. You can see that one. A cocktail, you know, different types of steaks. There we go. Chocolate covered strawberries, all sorts of things. Anyway, I am making those cheesecake jars, and I think someone will be very appreciative of that. So the other thing I'm actually making is a spiralized thing, but I will do the spiralizing tomorrow. Anyway, have a great day, and I will post this with the picture when it's done.